appreciate the opportunity to speak with you today. It's amazing to be coached, to allow another human being to profoundly influence you. And I want you to think about what it means to me, what it means to the coach, to be changed by you. And this is part of the coaching relationship. It's a circulation. It's a circulatory relationship in that the way you genuinely commit to the truth, tell the truth of what's true for you, coaching makes you honest, helps the coach appear. And so my help is helpful because I depend on you for visibility. And visibility is essentially representing what's true, not exaggerating, not minimizing, but really committing to the truth. And as they say in the scriptures, the truth will set you free. Why is that true? Because when you recognize something that's going on, the facts, the good, the bad, and the ugly, you become aware that whether it's this, it's right, it's wrong, there's no room for polarities. It doesn't need to be compared to anything. It does not need to be observed out of what you already know. Current reality is an acquired taste. And learning starts by honoring what's different. Being able to see new things in the ordinary. Because when we carry forward things that we already know, we make assumptions or generalizations that are like biases, and these are sort of cognitive reflexes that look for similarities when we come upon our experiences. And so it ignores certain data that we miss. It's like leaving a certain part out of the periphery. We only see one part of the pie. And as leaders, in order to be intelligent, to get good intel, we can't see just partial. We've got to be able to see the playing field. And in order to do that, to make good decisions, we need others to help us. And hence, that's why there's professional coaching. Is the art of the coach is to enlighten the leader and to help the leader make sense of things, to get the best intelligence that he can access through his mind, through his heart, through his open will. To be able to access the wisdom of the leader starts with getting direct with his experience and being able to see what's really going on. It's difficult because in order to really see the complexity of what's true, sometimes we see the top of the iceberg, but we don't really perceive what's below. We'll be looking at a situation and we'll be able to make sense of things because of what we already know. But oftentimes what we have to make sense of is more systemic. It's something where we don't see root causes of surface issues. We may not see interdependent connections when we're looking at a living system that is playing out in terms of behavior. So in order for us to get a fluency, a literacy in being able to really truly see, and maybe use our best senses and be able to draw upon our instincts and make good decisions, this is where the coaching and the conversation, reflection, inquiry, humble inquiry become extremely important for the capacity to discern well. Discernment is very different than judgment. I think giving and receiving help is such a key fundamental aspect that drives the order of a coaching process. You have to learn how to receive help. And receiving help, I think, is a skill. And so when you're receiving help, part of receiving help is allowing the other to bring their curiosity, the one helping, to defining your needs together. And allowing someone to participate in your need definition is about vulnerability. And so to suggest that you are certain would be a certain part of you that is held to the ignorance of that, because there's a part of being certain that may not attribute what's true to what's going on. We have beliefs, we have concepts, we have habituated judgment, we have ways that make us absent to what could be true. And if we're aware, then we can regulate that automatic mind stuff and be able to see our own seeing. And so part of helping is learning how to receive help. But I think also it's learning how to give help. And so I've learned more or less what giving help might be. Giving help does not start with having answers. See, this is very disturbing because in the marketing world where we're getting on videos like this and we're making claims, it's chanted left and right by marketing consultancies that you need to paint yourself as being an expert. But you know, the fallacy of all that is no one is an expert. No one really knows what anybody is doing, and no one really knows how they know what they know. That's the little secret that the marketers don't want to tell you. So we really are, truly, as we come into the moment, we are not somebody, we are really nobodies. And that's not putting anybody down, it's just we're so busy trying to be a somebody and be seen rather than really observe, collect data, be able to understand things at a level that we really can comprehend it fully. And so full human comprehension starts with a shift from first person, which is to ourselves, to what we know, to what's really going on, to it, and seeing things more factually. And maybe even empathically, where we come to understand something from where someone is rather than where we want them to be. I'm sure you can relate that to home, where you've had moments when you've operated out of your kids and where you wanted them to be, or your spouse, wanting them to be somewhere, like manipulation and control, versus really being where they are and conserving legitimacy. We've all had those experiences. Because we do want things to happen, we want things, the pegs to fall in our favor. It's normal, it's part of what a nervous system does. It's human nature. But yet we can grow, and we can grow beyond that of just living in the domain of power. And so we learn how to redistribute power by offering helpful help. And so recently I wrote a book called Stay Longer, Listen Deeper, all about this. It took me 3 years to write this thing, but it was all about what I was finding through the coaching interactions, 35 sessions a week, 150 sessions a month, 1,500 sessions a year. I've done about 27,000 coaching sessions one-on-one with about 1,000 organizations. Some of them very top leaders with very large teams, 7 to 9 direct reports or 14. Some of them highly overwhelmed, looking to change, make things simple. Others trying to really cut through the waves like a boat and get to the other side and learn how to really be a resilient creator with executive toughness. I could give you 10 situations, but I won't go into them. The point is, helpful help is a really big, I think, a big topic today, and should be more of a standard in how professional help is actually standardized. That there's a lot of help out there that isn't helpful. And that helpful help is a place, it's all about where the helper's coming from. It's about giving help with curiosity and uncertainty, and also admitting that with humility and humble inquiry, and also allowing the person who needs help, who's receiving help, to get help by not jumping to their needs so quickly, and being able to allow the helper to come together as in a collective way, almost like a dance, where we're coming into clarity, we're coming into understanding as to what a clear way forward would be. And so there's a collective